Hi guys, Kate from Kate&Barrel Designs. Just wanted to show you this really cool way that you can create your kind of own rustic sign. I'm utilizing Wise Owl chalk synthesis paint and bone and my Klingon F50 flat brush for this application currently. I am utilizing a mister to be able to kind of create a thinner, kind of weathered, worn look because we're going to go ahead and do some layering on this piece. So I went ahead and for our purposes, just because I was kind of trying to speed things up for you guys so you could see the whole entire process, I went ahead and utilized kind of a hair blow dryer to just dry it a little bit faster than I normally would. Typically, I'd let it dry naturally and come back to it before I applied the second coat of paint. So then my next color that I'm utilizing is smoky quartz. So I went from a light to a dark, and then I end up going back again to a light. I'm doing a really, really light dry brush. I did add some water to the paint. So just kind of going around the edges a little bit. Again, adding in the smoky quartz. It kind of, again, it's giving that depth, that rustic look that we're going for. So I'll go ahead and kind of do a really quick dry with this as well with the hair blow dryer. So next color up is going to be oyster. Oysters are really kind of like gray, really light gray white almost. It has probably even like a little bit of tan in it. So I went a little heavy in some of those areas on the smoky quartz. I wasn't 100% happy with that. So I decided to go over it a little bit heavier and kind of tone it down a little bit with the oyster. You can see it's kind of masking the darkness of the smoky quartz and bringing it back with the bone. Then what I did is I went ahead and grabbed my bone again and I wanted to go around and touch up all the edges. There was a few edges that I missed because obviously if we're going to have this hanging on the wall or if you turn it into even a table, it would look so cute if you added legs to it and it became a little table too. So lots of different fun things that you could do with this, lots of different transfer applications that you can do with this as well. So again, just kind of went over the top with some really, really light watered down bone. And then I'm going to go ahead, obviously, and dry it again. Again, typically you would wait a lot longer between your dry times, and I wouldn't normally use a hair blow dryer to dry this off so quickly. This is just for video purposes. So just make sure you're giving yourself enough dry time in between your paint before you go ahead and apply your transfers. So I needed to go ahead and grab my sandpaper and my scissors. So I'm using the Hopeful Wishes transfer. It comes in two different sheets. One is a full sheet that has an entire saying on it. I would have loved to have been able to utilize that on this piece, but it wasn't small enough, to be honest. So that first page that I showed you, that first page would be better on like a nice board or something like that, a long kind of board that you could do. And I may do a video on that as well to show you guys. So what I decided to do is take the second sheet, which is more for kind of piecemealing together and kind of creating your own design, which is really fun. So again, this is the Hopeful Wishes transfer by ReDesign by Prima, and it is actually available on my website for purchase, Kate&BarrelDesigns.com. So I just wanted to go ahead and kind of cut it before I took the backing off to see how it would be positioned and apply. I could have done, instead of Home Sweet Home, I could have used the Love or the Beautiful, and kind of created different designs and patterns with the transfer. So what I'm going to do now is take the backing off and just apply each sheet, kind of position it how I wanted it to be. And then once I have it down, you're going to see me go through. And basically what I'm going to do is take the rubbing stick that they provide in each transfer. And I'm going to go ahead and rub the transfer on top of the vinyl sheet and rub through to create the transfer to actually stick on the piece of wood. And I will slowly go ahead and lift and kind of see, okay, has it started to adhere? Yes, it has. Oh no, this part hasn't adhered yet, and push it back down and rub a little bit harder in the spot that hasn't adhered yet. So you can kind of see how I go through that and look at the transfer and slowly pull back the top layer. I liked how I was also able to create, instead of just a simple white base, to create kind of a little bit more depth with a lighter kind of driftwood-esque finish to the back with the Wise Owl paints. Wise Owl paint is also available for purchase through my website, Kate&Barrel Designs.com. So there you have it. There's all the transfers have been applied. I'm gonna actually go ahead. I wanted to rough them up. I didn't want them to look so new and fresh. Again, typically you'd leave more time between applying the transfer and then going ahead and kind of rubbing. So then I went ahead and I'm going to seal with Wise Owl's satin varnish. We have a matte varnish as well. I just used the satin because it happened to be on hand. You can also seal with wax, or I could have sealed with our Wise Owl salve. So any of those will work. Just again, grabbed another Klingon brush. I think that's my 035, and just went ahead and applied the varnish. Nice thin coat. Then I went ahead and did a blow dry, again, to kind of speed things up, and dried the varnish. So I could then go ahead and apply a hanging bracket to the back of it. And then I was able to hang it up as a sign. So again, just a really great way to create kind of your own fun DIY sign, use transfers in a different way. There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye.